Welcome to episode 1 of Gears and Beers. And so it's going to be interesting because episode 1 isn't going to have really anything to do with gears unless you consider the gears in what we're going to install. As I mentioned, we're going to be doing things inside, outside. We're going to be doing things that have to do with automotive. It's just whatever's on my to-do list, either that my wife has given me or things that I need to do. It is a little colder day outside. It is a Saturday. It is also wild card weekend, so we'll be putting football on the TVs down here, and I'll be watching the game while we're doing our project. And so what is our project for today? Our project is going to be installing a new ceiling fan in the newly created bar. And so we'll talk more. I'll have a back episode on the bar because it was a project all in itself. I wish I would have already started this before I'd even done Gears and Beers, because it would have been a fantastic multi-episode deal. But the bar is fantastic. I'm really happy with it. And I got a ceiling fan for it. I got a really kind of cool ceiling fan. It matches the decor. I'm running Edison lights over the bar. And so it's a really cool newfangled kind of fan. I haven't seen them really before, but they have retractable blades, and it just looks really cool. Got it on Amazon for about $160. So anyway, but we're not just going to be installing a ceiling fan like normal if everything were already there, because the light that was over where I built the bar, I actually stole that lead for the lights over the bar and to get that project done. And so I'll be running, I'm out of light switches, so I'll be running a new triple box for different things that we're going to do, but one or two at least. I don't know if I'm going to switch off the fan and the lights being on separate switches yet. I'll figure that out as we go. But we're going to have to snake wire through the wall, and we're going to have to cut a hole, and we're going to have to put in a new box, new switches, and all that kind of stuff. So we'll be doing a little bit of electrical as well as putting in the new ceiling fan. So with that, we're going to get ready to get started, but I mean, this is Gears and Beers, so the thing is what beer are we going to review today? And so let's go to the fridge and see what we've got. And I think we have just the thing. So today what we are going to do is we are going to review Winter Grind. And Winter Grind is a beer from Mothers Brewery in Springfield, Missouri. And so when we get to that point, I'll tell a little bit more about Mothers and a little bit more about Winter Grind, and we'll give a little bit of a review. But since it's just 9 o'clock in the morning at this point, we're not going to start drinking just yet. So with that, we're going to get ready to get started on our project. I'll be right back. Okay, so here we go. What we're going to do now is, this is our work area right here. You can see here, this is where I've got outlets already, and this is where I'm going to pull my power from so that I can just go in series from these outlets. I've counted the number of outlets, and I should be okay on my amperage to be able to pull the fan off of this. And so as I've tapped on the wall, and I kind of know it's that this box is hooked to this stud right here. And by being hooked to that stud, I know that I should have 16 inches to the other stud, whether I hook it into the stud or not, because mine is a box that I got that would lock to the sheetrock. It's meant for putting in afterwards. And so, but the reason I want to know that is because I want to know the pocket that it's in, because that's where I'm going to be going for my wires, and then to be able to have a transfer wire here to get power to this box. So as we get going, this is what we're going to do. We're going to go into here, but I'm going to start cutting so I get my hole so it's easier to work with. Now let's see how this fits. Like a glove. Now, let's go fishing. Okay, we got everything hooked up. Now we're ready to, we fish down, and now we're ready to pull the wire. Now we have it through there, and we have it through there. So now we just have to pull to the box, and we're gonna get ready to rock and roll, and we're gonna have that fan up in, I don't know, 5 minutes. Well, since we're done with our electrical and the next thing is our fan, I think it's time for a brew. And since this is Gears and Beers, let's go ahead and have a beer. Time lapse on this project with all the problems and setbacks that we've had, that I've had, is it's now 5 o'clock, so it's a perfect time. Today, what we're going to review is a beer from Mothers Brewing Company. Mothers Brewing Company is based out of Springfield, Missouri. Back in 2009, the Butternut Bakery experienced some financial difficulty, and so they had to close down. And a guy by the name of Jeff Schrag, I'm hoping that I pronounce his name right, bought it in 2010, did some renovations, and opened up Mothers Brewing Company in 2011. Currently, the statistics I can find is they brew approximately 10,000 barrels a year. One of those is Winter Grind. I've been enjoying Winter Grind for many years now, so I don't know how long it's been around, but at least I'm going to say 5 years or so. It is an English dry stout, and it is infused with espresso coffee beans from another local place that's been roasted called Mud House, and it is wonderful. It's a 6% beer. It's an 18 IBU. And so let's give it a shot. Let's take a little drinky here, and let's see how much I like it. I already know I do. Now, one thing on Gears and Beers, I don't believe in taking a sip of beer. I believe in drinking it. And so what we'll typically do is we'll take one good drink in the middle of a project, see how things are going, and if there's any left at the end of the project, I'll let you know how it is warm. Guaranteed this is going to be gone here in just a few minutes. So let's go ahead and cut away from the beer, and we're going to go over and see what all pieces we have for our cool new fan. Let's go. Okay, so I've already unpackaged everything. We have our fan here. This is what I was talking to you about, that it has these retractable blades that will, that when it starts it, they come out. And then we have the light casing. So this is what our lights are going to go into, obviously. And they go into this guard. And then we've got all of our other pieces with a couple different size drop posts. Our remote control and receiver. And what are these? I don't know. Doesn't look like anything I need. So let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to go ahead and just put this thing together so that we can get it mounted, so that we can be done in time for the evening wildcard game. Okay, so we know that we are going to have to, okay, so this is going to go on like this. I know I'm going to have this cap on. This is going to go on this way, and then this cap is going to go like this. So I have to make sure and have that right. Take this little pin out here, and then we'll need to snake these wires through our drop post. So we're going to snake those wires, snake those wires through there. I'm a snake. I'm a sneaky little snake. right, so I'm going to get this thing hung. Here's the thing. I don't have anybody else to hold the camera for me right now because my wife makes fun of me whenever I'm down here videoing and that kind of thing. So I'll just get her done and then I'll show you where we're at. Okay, see you. So after quite a bit of frustration because the instructions, I'm not sure that I got all the parts. I think so. But the way that the lighting thing went on, I wasn't real excited. It leaves a little gap. I think that there should be another little trim piece. But anyway, it's in. So there it is. There's our finished product. You can kind of see it with the retractable blades and all that kind of stuff. So all I've got left to do is clean up because as you can see behind me, still quite a bit of a mess. And once I clean up, we'll show you finished product. We'll be done, and that'll be it for this episode of Gears and Beers. Okay, so we've done a lot today. We have run electrical, and we put up a ceiling fan. That doesn't seem like a lot, but it's been a full day's worth. Probably shouldn't have taken that long, but as my wife always says, it takes me twice as long as what I think it's going to take. So with that, we're going to show. Got the fan up there and got the little remote deal here. And so I'm going to turn this thing on. And there's our fan. How about that? Turned on. And it's starting. You can see there the blades go. Can you see them now? That pretty cool? And they retract when you turn it off. But I'm going to leave it on for now. It's been quite a full day. I'm going to say it's been fun, this first episode. Hope there's more. And with that, I want to say thanks for watching. And it's time for another Winter Grind. Have fun. I'll catch you next time on Gears and Beers.